Truck versus tractor. How different are they? Have you ever wondered what the differences are on a truck compared to a tractor when looking at factors like appearance, engine, gear, and rules? They might be more different than you think, but let's take a look at it. Manufacturers. The biggest tractor manufacturers in the world are Mahindra, John Deere, Massey Ferguson, Sonalika, New Holland, Fendt, and Case. The best-selling brand is Mahindra due to the massive market shares in Asia, where John Deere, Massey Ferguson, and Case are some of the biggest in America and Europe. The biggest heavy-duty trucks manufacturers around the world are Mercedes-Benz, Volvo Trucks, Scania, PACCAR, Dongfeng, TATA, and MAN. The best-selling manufacturer is the Daimler Group, who owns the brands Mercedes-Benz, Western Star, Freightliner, Fuso, Unimog, among others. Appearance and use. The first and most notable difference is the appearance of the two vehicles. The truck is much bigger and the exterior is optimized for aerodynamic, fuel efficiency, and safety, where the tractor is designed for convenience and is mainly used as a working tool. This is because trucks are made for long-distance transport at high speed, where a tractor's purpose is typically to plowing, tilling, sowing, and harrowing with low speeds, used in agriculture. Because trucks are made for long transport, there are seats for two passengers, but there is typically also a bunk or two at the back of the cab, so there is an opportunity to rest or sleep on the long journeys. This is not necessary on a tractor, where you typically don't drive that far, and there is never a need to spend the night in the tractor. The fact that the trucks drive on public roads also makes completely different demands on safety equipment. But what about the engines? How different are they? Engine. Truck engines are typically designed for highway use and are optimized for high speeds and long distances. They tend to have more horsepower and torque than tractor engines, as well as more advanced emission control systems to meet stricter regulations as they drive on public roads. Tractor engines, on the other hand, are built for heavy-duty work and are optimized for low-end torque and durability. They often have to handle more demanding workloads, such as plowing fields, hauling heavy loads, and running attachments such as mowers and tillers. Tractor engines are also built to handle the tougher environmental conditions, such as dust and dirt, that tractors are exposed to. Tractor engines are also typically designed to run at a lower RPM than those used in trucks, which helps to reduce wear and tear and prolong engine life. Overall, truck engines and tractor engines are designed for different purposes and have different characteristics. The horsepower of a tractor engine can vary widely depending on the size and type of tractor, but can range from anywhere between 18 horsepower to over 500 horsepower. It's important to note that the horsepower rating of a tractor engine does not always correspond directly to the tractor's overall performance or capabilities, as factors such as the tractor's transmission, weight, and tires also play a role in determining its performance. The horsepower of a semi-truck engine can vary widely depending on the market, model, size, and purpose of the truck. However, the average horsepower of a semi-truck engine is around 400 to 600 horsepower. Gear. The number of gears in a tractor can vary a lot. Some tractors have a relatively simple transmission with just a few gears, while others have a more complex transmission with many gears. For example, a compact or subcompact tractor typically has 8 to 12 forward gears and 4 to 8 reverse gears, whereas a large agricultural tractor could have up to 40 forward gears and 20 reverse gears. The transmission of a semi-truck typically has between 12 and 18 gears, often with a low range and a high range splitter. The high number of gears allows the truck to maintain a consistent speed and RPM, revolutions per minute, while hauling heavy loads, even on steep inclines. However, the gear ratio is completely different on a tractor, which has to pull a very heavy weight at a very low speed, whereas the truck has to pull the weight up at a much higher speed. Equipment. Because the two vehicles are used for two such different things, the equipment can be chosen is also very different. Both trucks and tractors can be selected with cruise controls, GPS systems, and other advanced help systems, so that the vehicle can almost drive by itself. It is only when we come to the interior equipment, such as the bunk, refrigerator, microwave, and wardrobe, that trucks can be chosen with a somewhat longer equipment list than tractors, as there must be room for 2 in the cabin, as well as the possibility of staying overnight for several days. There is also a big difference in the display on a truck, where the driver can see speed, fuel level, and air pressure, where in the tractor there are significantly more buttons and a handle to control some of the equipment that the tractor uses. Rules. No matter whether it is a truck or tractor, there are rules for the maximum length and weight of the vehicle. These rules vary according to the type of vehicle, number of axles, trailer combinations, and which country the vehicle drives in, as it can vary by states in America and by country in Europe, as each state or country can have very different rules. Speed limits. Most tractors only drive around 20 kilometers an hour, but are able to drive 60 kilometers an hour, where trucks in Europe drive 80 kilometers an hour, and in America, some places even 115 kilometers an hour. Licensing requirements. Tractors typically require a regular driver's license, but in many countries, you can get a tractor driving license at the age of only 16 years. However, special rules may apply, while semi-trucks require a commercial driver's license, CDL, to operate. We can now conclude that there is a very big difference between a truck and a tractor. Trucks and tractors are designed for different purposes, which results in significant differences in appearance, engine, gear, and rules. Tractors are used primarily for agricultural work, such as plowing, tilling, and sowing, while trucks are used for long-distance transport at high speeds. The rules for trucks, both in terms of safety, driving time, pollution, weight, driving license, etc., are significantly stricter, as these must drive on public roads and at much higher speeds. We hope you learned something new and were entertained. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for much more.